All right, welcome. Today we're going to go from zero to hero with Git and GitHub. I promise, in just the next few minutes, you'll set up your very first project and push your first ever change to the cloud. So let's just dive right in.
Seriously, just think about this for a second. Imagine you're hours into a project, you change one little thing, and poof, everything breaks. And you can't for the life of you remember what you just did. That sinking feeling, that's the exact problem we are going to solve for good today. Okay, before we even think about typing a single command, let's make sure we're on the same page. We're going to start with what version control actually is and the two key tools you're about to start using.
At its core, version control is that time machine. It's a system that takes a little snapshot of your files every time you make a change that matters. What does that mean for you? Well, it means you can rewind to any previous working state. You can see exactly who changed what, and you can work with a whole team without stepping on each other's toes. It is absolutely essential.
Now, this right here is a big one. This clears up something that trips up so many people when they're starting out. Git is the actual software, the tool that lives on your computer and does all the work of tracking changes. GitHub, on the other hand, is the website, the cloud service where you store and share your projects. So think of it this way. Git is the workshop on your laptop, and GitHub is your online portfolio and your off-site backup.
You're going to hear this word all the time, repository, or just repo for short. Don't let the fancy name fool you. A repo is just your project folder. That's it. It's the folder that Git is watching, the one that holds all your code, all your images, and that entire time machine history of every change you've ever made.
All right, that's enough theory. Time to actually do something, right? Let's get our hands dirty. The very first thing we need to do is create a home for our project up in the cloud. And for that, we're heading over to GitHub. So, once you're on the GitHub site and you're all signed in, this is super simple. You'll hit that New button, give your project a cool name and maybe a quick description. We'll keep it public for now. Now, this is the crucial part. Make sure you check that little box that says Initialize this repository with a README. That just gives us a starting file. Click Create, and then, super important, copy that URL on the next page. We're going to need that in just a second.
Okay, so our project has a home up in the cloud. Now it's time to set up shop right here on our own computer. Let's switch over to the terminal. Go ahead and open up your terminal or your command prompt. First things first, let's just make sure you have Git installed. Type git-version and press enter. If a version number pops up, you are good to go. If you get an error, no big deal, just pause here real quick and get it installed for your operating system before you move on. This next part is a super quick one-time setup. See, Git needs to put your name on every change you make, kind of like an artist signing their work. So first, you'll tell it your name with this command. And right after that, you'll pop in your email, probably the same one you used for GitHub. And that's it. With these two commands, your signature is set, and all your future work will be properly signed by you. Okay, remember that URL we copied from GitHub a minute ago? Well, now's its time to shine. The git clone command is kind of magical. It does two amazing things at once. First, it downloads a perfect copy of your cloud project onto your computer. And second, it automatically connects the two so your local copy knows exactly where its cloud home is.
All right, this is it, the main event. We've got our cloud repo, we've got our local copy. Now we're going to walk through the most important part, the actual workflow you'll use every single day to save your changes.
First thing, go into that new project folder on your computer and just create a simple text file. Call it something like notes.md. Now, back in your terminal, run the command git status. This command is about to become your best friend. Seriously, it tells you exactly what Git sees. And right now, it sees your new file, but it's showing it in red, basically saying, hey, I see this thing, but I'm not tracking it for changes yet.
So, to tell Git, hey, I want this file to be in my next snapshot, we have to stage it. We do that with the git add command. This basically moves the file into a waiting room or a staging area, getting it prepped and ready for the next official save point.
Now for the cool part. Run git status one more time. And check this out. Your file isn't red and untracked anymore. It's green, and it's sitting under changes to be committed. You've officially told Git that this file is ready to be saved.
A commit is the moment you actually take the picture. Think of it like hitting the save button, but like a permanent save that you can always come back to. The M lets you add a message, and this message is so important. It should be a short, clear summary of exactly what you changed.
So far,
Everything, and I mean everything we've done, has only happened on our own computer. That commit, that snapshot, is saved safely, but only you can see it. The final move is to push that commit from your machine up to GitHub. This is the moment your local work goes live on the internet.
And that's it. You did it. Go back to your repository page on GitHub, hit that refresh button in your browser, and boom, there it is. Your notes.md file is sitting right there. Your local change is now safely backed up in the cloud for you and for anyone else to see. So let's just boil this whole thing down, right? The entire workflow comes down to these 4 key actions. You clone a project down just once, then for every new batch of changes, you add your files to stage them, you commit them to save a snapshot on your computer, and you push that snapshot up to GitHub. That's the loop. That's the whole game. And just like that, you have the single most important foundational skill for modern software development. You can collaborate, you can build a portfolio, you can save your work. You've officially gone from zero to your first commit. So the only question left is, what are you going to build next?